what I've been doing while y'all were gone. All right, now let's talk about meat for my vegetable beef soup. But I'll tell you the very best one is beef ribs. The marrow from the bones gives it the most phenomenal flavor. You can actually go to the grocery store and they'll have soup bones packaged. So I'm gonna dump these in our pot. All right, so I'm gonna wash that beef ribby stuff off my hands. And now I'm gonna measure up our water. It's real funny about this vegetable beef soup. I was in the kitchen at home one Saturday morning when my phone rang, and it was my brother Bubba. He said, I am so hungry for some vegetable beef soup. I said, honey bunny, you're in luck, because you won't believe it, but I just finished formulating the recipe for the cookbook. So he was thrilled to death. All right, I'm gonna throw in a can of tomatoes. I'm gonna throw in my onions and my celery. Now we're gonna start adding our flavorings. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of house seasoning, a tablespoon of a quality seasoning salt. I love the combination of the flavors of salt. All right, we're gonna add a tablespoon of Worcestershire. All right, so I'm gonna put a little pepper. Now here are all my seasonings. I've got 2 bay leaves, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I've got 3 tablespoons of parsley, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of celery salt, and 2 beef bouillon cubes. And all that's gonna go in our pot. Yep, this pot ain't gonna last, y'all. I can tell right now. All right. We're just gonna let that work its magic. I've got a pot of meat back here already ready to add our vegetables to. All right, you can see how the meat has just cooked away from the bone and some of the meat has fallen off. All right, I'm just digging out all these bones. All right, I'm gonna slide this pot to the side and I'll finish cooking it on the back eye because I don't wanna miss a speck of those short ribs. Now it's time to start adding our vegetables. Now I'm gonna throw in our carrots. All right, and I'm gonna drain these potatoes. Throw those in. The butter beans. I don't know where this came from, but I just love elbow macaronis in my soup. All right, now I'm gonna add my okra. I'm gonna add my whole kernel corn and my black-eyed peas and some green beans. And these are canned green beans. I don't know why, but they just don't seem to freeze well. All right, now I'm just gonna put the lid on this pot. And we may have a first here, y'all. I may not have to change pots. So, let's move back to that pot of vegetable soup that I was working on earlier. Oh, and look, it's just a boiling. All right, now to finish this off, take our meat, gently add it back to our pot, let this heat back up, and you can see it looked like I had a great big pile of meat, but that's when I had all the bones and everything. So, when I've done that, there's one last thing that I like to do to my soup. I always like to dump some fresh parsley in my soup right before I serve it. And that just gives it that beautiful, vibrant color. I think we've got a perfect pot of soup.